crazy. Make some noise for the lady.
Y'all already know what it is. First 48. Kinda made a bitch. Everybody make some noise for the ladies.
Queen of the Ring.tv. We in Brooklyn. Bronx boy, Vegas, the crime season.
Bass Bunny, first lady of the streets. And we about to get into another crazy battle. What we all been waiting for. The night of main event. First 48.
Representing the Bronx in the building, BX in the building, Sarah Connor. I just want to say, if you ain't fucking with Queen of the Ring yet, get your fucking life right, B. These bitches got bars.
Word up. So we're gonna skip all this talking and all that. Straight to the left, represent Brooklyn Murder Ave. Make some noise.
Representing the Bronx, E Hard.
No, BXYO stands up. E Hard, I'm back. Let's go. Alright. Look, I ain't roast a bitch in a minute. Hold on, moment of silence. Toast to them bitches. My style taking it switched around by most of you bitches. I run this Unpacked Summit, how I'm coaching you bitches. 10 minutes from now, we'll be toasting the misfit. There's no hope unless Mav sends Biggie's ghost in the misfit, or Hollow gave her a 3-liter bottle with some of his shit, cause nothing that she's spitting fucking with E's written. Hold on, speaking of spitting, one drop touch this and you ask me what I'ma do, I'ma show you I am not Duchess. You screaming for no reason, I'm not budging, cause me and my niggas got 4 9s and I'm not plugged. That red dot'll make your pause like a stoplight. You don't own Chrome, so I know you don't hold the Glock right. When shit pop, right, you the type head straight to the cops, your AKA Day-Day, nigga, your top flight. That gunplay, dumb it down cause you not busting. I leave a leak and they call for cleaning, not plumbing. Misfit did this, man, stop fronting. When it come to heat play, she's straight like let me out, I'm not coming. It's all rap, but outside if that mouth don't stop running, y'all gonna see Misfit drop like you watch how stocks plumbing. I come around and get nervous, to me that's nothing new. When real in the building, the fake be feeling uncomfortable. And plus, you is like the grandson of the crew, cause the big homies got their damn son sunning you. I make movies, no lights, cameras, no directors. Make them see the big picture. No projector stunt, I throw her over my shoulder like a clothes suspender and grab that battery out your back like a smoke detector. Look, acting wild and shit. Wild and shit. Show you how foul it get. Poke a kidney and catch her on the way to dialysis. I don't believe you let your gun off. You cinnamon bun soft and you don't run shit, you just run off. So to me, once you mention that gun talk, you done lost, cause you just reach for your strap when your dildo comes off.
yo, my niggas brought them things here. I leave your brains here. It's off with your perm when the queen comes to reign here. Cheer, but you ain't even like that. See, I grew up in the home, you get your shit pushed front if you ain't fight back. So while your granny was screaming, get in the crib before shit get worse, my daddy was screaming, you better hit that bitch first. That was the same damn strategy, same mentality, same shit applied to any bitch that's trying to battle me. Call your bluff, let it rain for even acting me. Keep acting charged up, I'ma catch a battery. But you ain't half of me, so you don't want a part of me. I'ma leave my mark today, heart gon' lose an artery. Why you even battle me? Thinking you would slaughter me. Why you even do it? Come on, why would you start with me? But fuck what you told and fuck what you hold. Cause I stayed with that Tommy like I'm Martin and Cole. Fuck that show, cause one thing's certain. My Tommy known for putting that work in. So creep on me. You reppin' sleep deprivation, say you get no Z's? They got the nerve try to sleep on me? Fuck, was you bugging? Was you high or something? You thought you get by with them lines and nothing? And I forgot to mention, she tried to holler at my slime and I'm not even fronting. We was sitting on the block, you know, vibing, looking through our phone trying to figure who we piping. Then he get a text from you like, Cortez, you too cute to be fighting. I stopped, I had to laugh. I said, Cortez, I stopped, I had to laugh. I said, Cortez, if you hit that, you get dropped out of Murder Ave. He said, stop playing. I said, nah, nigga, I'm dead ass. Cause this crackhead puts the Ford in Betty. Ugly bitch, pretty on the inside. But that's like a Benz engine in a Ford or Chevy. A boss, I'm ready. My thoughts are deadly. I stay with Bud and a blonde, so of course I'm Peggy. Fuck it. I split heart down the middle, get your wig part. And I'm mad as shit, cause they got me battling a skid mark. With the monkey ball shit, you gon' make a kid pop. And remember, this is my borough, so keep it cool or that sig spark. Hey yo, I'm a motherfucker, not the average bitch in your crew. And K-Profit just mad, cause I get more bitches than you. Hold up. And if Shayna Ashley keep thinking she wrong, standing 6 feet wide, 6 feet tall, I chop her around, chop her down, knock her down to 3 feet 4. Fuck all y'all.
That was just round two.
Y'all probably thinking she ain't in the same lane as hard as Trudeau, but I give you kudos for how you played your cards. But unless you a heavy hitter, you shouldn't play with heart. You lightweight, you needed help trying to raise the bar. Then I came along and started flaming y'all. Trust me, I will flame them all. You name them, I hang them all. You should have passed this up. Whoever gassed you up brought you around fire to be sweeping your ashes up. I make you do a 360 if that pipe go off. You got a little bit of heart, but it's Microsoft. If we heard you moving that cane, boy, we in your pockets like a DS. P.S. It ain't a game, boy. I stand tall, though I'm damn small. Smack your bitch to the damn wall just like I'm playing handball. You leaving here bruised up, maybe not physically, but you'll be like my last 3 victims, scarred mentally. If it's a problem, I'll bring the drama where she at. Have a bitch get a drunk on Remy, wait till she lean back, catch her in a favorite position on her kneecaps, win that can in a flash like a camera, let's see if she act. Or you got an army, I bring it where your regime at. Sliding through like the bishop, checking for where the king at. You said you was fit to be king and I don't believe that. You tarnished, having trouble sparring here where the straight disrespect the broad. You ain't fit to be king on a checkerboard. Your bars is mediocre. Your style is a copy, though. You ain't fit to be king. You finna stand here and watch the throne. I don't respect you for one reason. You send your bitch to get the pads when you be the one bleeding. Charge when I was only 13, niggas could never say I don't know what putting in work means. Y'all hating if y'all don't admit I'm the best yet, cause I'm done with my second round and I ain't mentioned Cortez yet.
Quiet, please. Round 2 is on Misfit.
Yeah. Bitch, you look like a gargoyle covered in tar oil. Couldn't be a boss if Rick Ross wrote your bars for you. See, I get busy. Act fishy, I sing jaws on you. If you the Queen of Hearts, wouldn't fuck it, I pull your card on. Cause you battle hustle and pull the EBT. That's greasy, B. Only rats give out facts that easily. But you broke. Keep it G with me. And the way you look on cam, if you're not on welfare, then bitch, you need to be. She was smoking, but it was crack. That shit crack. So screw this bitch without the drill. I'ma show y'all major without the deal. I'll roll on you without the steel, and y'all gonna see how I pop on E without the pill. Hey, and I ain't worried about your click, cause they heard. This Tech 9 got clips that'll flatline them bitches with Young Miles and Averb. And I know a hitman that'll stalk the prey and spark the K in each cheek. For a penny, he'll take hard away. You, bother me, hard to lay. I knock you to the heavens if you thinking that you God today. But you gonna keep thinking you fly till a pair spark. Bet you disappear in the air with a million. If I am hard. Y'all need to just stop, cause I don't roll my eyes. I knock eyes out of sockets. Modav gang, what up, man?
My first Vic, don't want to experience death again. My second Vic won't step foot in the BX again. Third Vic couldn't take the pressure, went and got pregnant, and you thought you wouldn't be the fourth Vic. You you better guess again. Who double dared you step to me? Now your career's in jeopardy. If the price is right, get wiped out. ASAP, I'm ready for a grudge match. My niggas keep the semis full. We live by a certain kind of code. Never bend the rules. Run up in your crib and leave red all in your living room. And that's just to prove your family never been infused. Ooh. My pen game insane. I can spit with dudes and I get it popping with the fist. Quick, stick, and move. So if you send your bitch at me, your bitch will lose. I'm similar to Arsenal, how I'm taking these kids to school. Oh. What I don't understand, dog. What I don't understand, dog, is how you gonna bag broads when your teeth look like you could open cans for. She actually opened some shit you bite it in half for. Kanye grill like your lips just hit the dashboard. Look like you've been punched in the jaw by a linebacker and then punched in your front 9 times by 9 guys after. My lips purple black, that's from puffing jars of weed. Your teeth like that cause you ain't take care of priorities. Job at Foot Action ain't got no benefits.
Hey, yo, let Misfit rap, man.
Hey, yo, you should have brought a lot of help. You stepping up in these ropes. Let's do it. Older nigga, you should have brought a lot of help. You stepping up in these ropes to even get semi-close, you gonna need Freddie Roach. No bitch can hold me. You, another Mosley, thinking that Pacquiao was backing down. You don't know E. Status of an OG. Do dirt by my lonely. I pull it to catch a bullet. You ain't gotta go deep. And all that yelling and jumping around shows me you'll never rock a crown. You's a fucking clown, homie. I'm a problem for him. Start pouring them bottles for him. Cause from 6 feet deep, there's no way they could stop my scoring. Your VIP to me is not important. Think your shit is sweet? I bring old heat to the beef. Call it Alonzo Morning. Grind time or URL? What you rep, yo? Murder Ave or NYBs? What's your set, though? You expect me to believe you be letting your tech blow when you inspire to be a nigga named Ernesto? So Smack is who you in now, wanna hop on that stage like I did? Well, you gotta prove it now. That karma is crazy, you too should watch how you move around, cause Norb shitted on you, he's sending you to the proving ground. Oh. All right.
That thing move. Hey, yo, I can spot the haters in this small fucker. But fuck it, I'm Spanish. I bought that razor in this small fucker. You look like a basketball player in this small fucker. What, the Lakers in this small fucker? Nah, you old and washed up. Vin Baker in this small fucker. I hope somebody's face rapes in this small fucker. Cause y'all gassing while she flowing. But to keep her going, y'all gonna need a pacemaker in this small fucker. Cause this is Brooklyn. Known to keep them things. All you hear is clink, clink, cock back, ring, ring, run up on that bling, bling, jackpot. Ching, ching. So fuck you talking about. You keep a dick in your jeans and keep a dick in your mouth. Over hit or the piss, niggas be digging you out. Giving brains. Now you trying to get smart with your mouth. When you battle who? Trees. Y'all niggas ain't alone when I drop? Not pop. Not popping. I threw Fendi in a bag. Not shot. So why should I give you a lot of space? Fuck that. No space. On my jaw. No break. Look at you. Nose weight. Matter of fact, whole face. You look with no face. Niggas with you, no taste. Bitch, you get no bread, no cake, no ticks, no cake. She's frail, and well, no one's online to get in box, because we all know E's male. And what's the E stand for anyway? Eric? Elgin? Elvis? Edwin? Edmund? Yeah, because I know it ain't Erica, Emily, or Erin, so think it's a joke and stand up like Ellen? Bitch, you be married to that Ocho like Evelyn. Married to that Ocho like Evelyn. So how is it? So how is it that I'm trash? Wanna see? Come on. So how is it that I'm trash? Wanna see how I spaz? 3 rounds to fix her. Now that's a triple bypass. And you can kiss my ass. Bitch, I hope you die fast. First 48, take a visit to the crime lab. Cause you wouldn't pop 6s with them 5s at. You wouldn't push keys on the iPad or point 9s with a dime bag. Who the fuck? Point 9 bag. Hey yo, word. She was right though. I did work at Foot Action. I did. So I never have a 10 problem. If I stomp you right here, Natty Red Bars. Blood on my shoe, fuck it, I won't care. Go to my job for a discount and cop another pair. Y'all like that? Well, that was a freestyle rebuttal. How the fuck Cortez gonna write that?
We on? I don't know what happened to my email. What's up, everybody? It's your host, Nomad, from the one and only Queens of Battle Rap show. Just taking a minute to get ready. I don't know if it's me or Apple that's wilding, but a little bit of a tech issue. This time it's on my side, nobody else's. So this show I wanted to do as an interactive one. I'm waiting for my background to kind of, for an email to appear, then a background will appear, and then I can have dialogue with a bit of you. But one of the main things that I actually wanted to talk about today, and I want to hear from you all, new champions join the fight. Choose your champion. It's just not my day. One of the main things that I want to hear from all of you more so about you know, is one of the hugest things that's happening right now is the whole Farrah funeral and and Yoshi, back and forth leading to a potential battle sort of thing. So I'm waiting for my email to go through because then it'll be a little better. You're calling me again? So I'll try you. So then you're on.
Yo.
But you're echoing probably because you're close to me. Yeah. So, as soon as my shit gets working, nonetheless, with the Yoshi and I almost said 40 bars. The Yoshi and Farrah funeral thing that's going on with the two of them going back and forth. A question that I have for everybody is the banter that's taking place. Is it okay? Go ahead. Is it too much? That's hopefully, maybe by the time you come back, this shit, just an image that I'm waiting for it to appear so I don't have to say the same shit over and over, but you go. It's something on this end. Yeah, it's something on my end, so you don't worry about it. So question that I have for everybody, and like I said, my technology is just not working in my favor right now. In regards to the promo that's taking place, has it gotten to the point where it's too big and we're no longer interested in seeing the battle? No, sorry. Let me take that back. See what happens when I have my shit? Is it too big where it's like, yo, the battle has to happen? You two are going back and forth. The battle has to happen. Has it gone too far where it's like, at this point, I don't want to see it because I'm worried about where it'll lead to, what's going to happen, what can take place. Is it too much? Like maybe if y'all fall back just a little and you don't give us so much, you know what I'm saying? We'll have a lot to look forward to during the rounds. Sometimes I do think when people do promo, you kind of kill what's to come in the battle. Like some of that I'm like, you could have said that we heard that already. Or does it fit where it's just like it's perfect. This is what is needed. It's not too much. They have to sell a fight, so on and so forth. So I don't see it. I'll give you the number. I was supposed to put it up and I didn't. I'm telling you, man, technology on my end. So 516-234-0484. 516-234-0484. Once again, too much, too big, battle has to go down. Too far, at this point, we don't want to see it because it's going to lead to something else. Too much, we still can see it. You know what I'm saying? It's just a matter of you need to fall back because y'all are doing too much, or it's just right. They're doing what they're supposed to do. We now want to see this fight more than ever. Just want to see what all of you want to say. Let's talk about the Logie versus Sea Bree battle. Was it on pay-per-view? Light skin? They recently did battle. Shout out to them. I was not able to attend the Verbal Warzone event this weekend. Just, my own reasons, no lies or anything. Not that I wanted to, but, I'm a little scary now with this COVID shit. The night prior, I went out to eat with only maybe 9 people. And I was surprised I did that. And that kind of had me, I think just the numbers going up the later part of the year kind of fucked me up. So I kind of feel like for the month of January, I may not do any battle rap events. We'll see what happens with February. But January, I'm hesitant. Jamal Kirkland, nah, I got faith in the ladies. They good. Okay, gotcha. None of my fucking emails are going through now. And my fear is what's going to happen is when this is all said and done, out of all the images that I've sent, everything is just going to go through. DNA Caffeine channel, live stream only. Grammar's about to drop it on YouTube. Gotcha. I'm sure it was a great battle. Did anybody see it? You want to talk about it? Once again, 516-234-0484. They say get an iPhone. Get an iPhone. You have no issues. I'm trying to work this out. My fault. Once again, the question of the day that I have kind of going on, we'll see in March at the investors re-up, but we haven't heard about any updates or trailers. Gotcha. Hold up. Yo, I'm telling you, nothing is working for me today. Does my phone need a reboot? Give me 1 second, caller. Yo. There we go. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
Light Skin U and Light Skin Television, Atlanta.
Still not even popping up on there. Hold up. Gotcha. Say your name again.
Light Skin U, Light Skin Television.
There we go.
Atlanta.
All right. So question. So we got the question of the day, or you want to talk about the battle? We can do both. Which, let me know which one you want to do first.
I'll go with the question of the day.
All right. Gotcha. So I'll repeat it once again. I'm waiting for my email to kind of go through. I had a whole backdrop ready for this, but unfortunately, live broadcast things happen. But the question of the day that I had in regards to the upcoming battle, or I don't even know if it's a battle at this point, but there were talks about Yoshi G and Farrah Funeral battling for some time, where I think Yoshi wanted to battle for a period of time, and has been calling her out. And, they've been doing a little bit of going back and forth. And the question that I have is, do you kind of feel like it's more so gotten too big, where it's like it has to happen? Y'all are doing all this promo. We don't want to hear. This one doesn't want to fight this one. No, the battle has to happen. Is it too far, where it's like at this point, it's just going to lead somewhere else? We no longer want to see it. Is it too much, where it's like we can still see it, but just fall back and just get it back to the level of professionalism and not personal? Or is it just right? Nothing needs to be changed. It's like 4 options.
Somehow all 4 options sound right, even though you shouldn't have 4 options that are right at the same time. All that is possible, but I just don't think that battle's ever going to happen. Not ever. It ain't going to happen no time soon. That battle ain't going to happen. You can't. Some battles, especially with Yoshi G, you can't force them to happen. You can't force it because she wants to force it or the fans want to see it. You can't make Farrah feel like battling Yoshi. Like, if you piss somebody off enough, they might just, freeze you out. Just like boxing. If you keep fucking with Floyd and getting on his nerves, he can fight anybody he wants. He'll purposely not fight you if you're the number 2 contender. He'll fight the number 1, the 5, the 7, the foreign dude that's not even ranked, just to troll you. You know what I mean? I'm not saying that's Farrah's mindset, but it could be if she wanted it to be. You know what I mean? But at the same time, I don't know. Let's think about it. Yoshi had about 2, 3, 4 other battles in the last 7 to 10 months that coulda, woulda, shoulda went down, and it just kind of seems to fizzle out. You know what I mean? I think with a battle like that, you hear more talk and you don't see anything concrete. You don't see no flyers. You don't see no proof. So to me, I'm starting to learn in battle rap, especially female battle rap, nothing's concrete till you see something in writing, or at least a half-ass flyer or something. All that talk, things seem to materialize a whole lot during the pandemic, and I'm not even going to put on the pandemic, but I just don't believe that battle's going to happen in the next 8 weeks. It could happen in the summer, later in the spring. I don't think that's happening in the winter. And I think if they keep on with it, it'll just gain more traction, and it'll make more sense later on down the line instead of trying to force the shit. The shit could be epic if it get crazy enough where they never, put hands on each other and they just keep talking crazy and lighting up the internet and off and on, or maybe even constant. It'll get so big, like you said, they'll have to have it, but right now is probably not the time. I just don't think, I don't see nothing concrete. I don't see the shit happening in the next 8 weeks. I think when it gets warm out, that's when those type of battles are probably coming to fruition.
Gotcha. Let me ask this. Somebody actually said one of the things that's feared upon, or somebody actually spoke about with the Yoshi and Farrah as a potential battle, is we've kind of seen this before, where it was the hustle and coffee, and we see where that led to. it didn't go where it could have, but it went somewhere, you know what I'm saying? And then I think afterwards people were kind of feeling like, you know, them as artists, they were doing too much. But I also wonder, us as an audience, do we kind of, you know, gas it? You know what I'm saying? In some kind of ways, are we to blame? You know, blame the dealer or blame the junkie? I never
Blame
want anybody,
everybody.
you know what I'm saying, for it to go to a physical level. And I guess my fear is that it can go there, and I don't want it to go there. But yeah, that's what made me kind of think of the concept. Prior to all of this,
I definitely don't want it to go there.
was this a battle that you wanted to see?
Not this early.
Not this early.
I'm one of them people. You don't have to keep throwing good matchups on paper or good matchups that have some type of history behind it. You don't have to throw it all at me at once. I like to stretch it out. I don't like 17,000 great battles in 60 days and all summer you ain't got no good matchups. Stretch that shit out and make it make sense sometimes. You know what I mean? I think Yoshi and Farrah someday will be a fun battle, and it might actually be a funny battle. It might be humorous or something, but yeah, the energy just is kind of funky right now to just throw them in there. I think you're gonna get a bad product. You might have both. Somebody might choke. If someone don't choke, and it might get interrupted. It might, like you said, it might be a hustle coffee type thing where everyone had 3 good rounds, but somehow, some reason they didn't get out, or someone getting under each other's skin. Something funky about to happen. It's too early. I think they ought to let that marinate and see if they really want to do that in the future. You know what I mean? That's just my opinion. I would like to see it one day, but definitely not now. I like to see Yoshi versus other people right now. And if Farrah battles in the next 2 months, then I'm burning shit up. If Farrah battles in the next 2 months, I want it to be someone she wants to battle. Because she'll be at her best if she wants to battle that person.
Gotcha. Now, you know, while I do appreciate you enjoying the show, I want you to watch your food as you're watching the show. I don't, you know, I can't cover any insurance expenses, you know what I'm saying, that may happen to your residents.
I'm over here cooking live crabs. I'm cooking female crabs. That's why it's giving me all this static and shit. You know,
of
females,
course. Typical of those bitches. No,
yeah, you know what? You're going to get me killed, bro.
Right.
Nah. But real quick, I just want to say something quick about Don Marino's league, Art of War, and Grand Battle League. In conjunction, they came together down in South Beach, Miami. I think the weekend before last, I was down there and really put together a good event. And it wasn't the headliner, but it kind of felt like the headliner. Sea Bree the lyricist versus Logie. And it's a pretty interesting matchup to me because, as you know, Michigan doesn't have a lot of top flight female battle rappers. They have a handful that we know of, but I think it's safe to say Sea Bree coming in with a record of 6-1, potentially going on 7-1. She's like the top female battle rapper in the whole state of Michigan. And a lot of people arguably say that Logie is definitely the best female battle rapper in Miami and maybe the best in the state, maybe the most polished, I should say, in the state of Florida. So it was, to me, it was like the best from Michigan versus the best from Florida. And fortunately and unfortunately, it was a one-rounder. It was a makeup battle from Grand Battle League. So Don and Grand Battle League came together and had that. And I thought it was a pretty interesting battle. I think it was a good battle. It wasn't one of the greatest battles I've ever seen, and it definitely wasn't trash. But some things had transpired, and if you're a person who's asked to give a winner or loser, I think for some people that would be hard. I'm going to give you the scenario. I'm not going to tell you nothing that they said. I'm just going to say Sea Bree had a really wild haymaker at the end that might have edged it for a lot of people. It was a one-rounder. Logie went first. And Logie was cooking, you know what I mean? And it wasn't a whole lot of gas. She was earning what I thought was the praise from the crowd, you know what I mean? No matter where people were from. She was cooking. And I don't know the time limits. I think they're usually about 4 with a 4.5 grace period. But I just felt like, you know what I mean? I got to see the film when it come out. I felt like Logie might have went around 5, a little bit over, which is no big deal usually when, you know, it's your home field advantage type thing, you in your own city. But it's one of them things where she could have cut it at any time and it'd have been really crisp. And she would have definitely had the momentum and put Sea Bree's back against the wall. But she had it wasn't a stumble, it was a choke because she sat on it for a long time. I might be exaggerating, but it was definitely over a minute, might have been 90 seconds. But everyone was encouraging her to get it back. When she got it back, yeah, it was good. It was good material, but it wasn't like a haymaker at the end. It was just good material. She could have cut it there, I felt like. Now, when Sea Bree came in, the first word that Sea Bree said, I don't even want to call it a stumble. It was like the crowd was like, yo, get it back. It was like, yo, she's like looking like, no, it ain't no get it back. Like, let me get started. Come on, just shut up. Let me get started. They like, come on, Queen, you could do it. Like, now, because you saw the battle versus Vixen the Assassin and Sea Bree a year and a half ago.
Right.
And how that, started out. And it was like, she's looking like, don't start that. This ain't no choke. This ain't no stumble. Let me start. But technically, the first word didn't get out good. They rough down there in Miami. The first word, if you like, I was like, she was out once twice. Oh, this ain't gonna be her night. He's like, nah, slow the fuck down, let her rap. So she rapped, she got into it, and slow build up. Towards the middle, she starts smoking. Then you like, oh, could be one of them ones. And then like, you're still in the back of your mind, like, yo, but Logie was performing. Sea Bree got to come with something, a little bit better. Sea Bree got her momentum built up as it went along. And at the end, she addressed what she calls a false narrative that's been put on her over and over in each battle because no one really does their homework on her. And she just kind of reversed it, turned it around. I ain't gonna tell you what she said. She said it, and everyone's mouth dropped, and then the battle ended like that, and they hugged each other peacefully. Everything was cool. That shit was different. So it's hard to judge. Like, one person was steady through the whole thing and choked miserably at the end, but got it back and finished. The other person started a little slow, had to build up, but respected the time. Sea Bree definitely respected the time, and she had probably the only, I won't say the only haymaker, but if it's not a haymaker, it's like the biggest, the bar to hit the strongest. It was wild. She said some off the wall shit and just dropped everybody's mouth and ended the shit like that pretty much. So it'd be hard to judge. I think I might edge it. I want to see it again, but in the building with that ending, I kind of got to edge it to Sea Bree because she was more crisp than Logie. Even if Logie had a better round, you got to take off a point or two for the long choke at the end, which could have been avoided by just jerseying out. She could have flarted out the joint. So when people see it, it'll be up to them to judge. But I'm sure you're gonna get some controversial, decisions between people that's watching it. It's like nah, she was better the whole time. Yeah, but she didn't finish the way she should. So we'll see it when it comes out. It's coming out on Graham very soon, from what I understand, on YouTube.
Gotcha. And shout out to them too. I remember at one point in time, they put on a successful event, and I believe that they were going to have a second one, but then it ended up being some issues, I guess, with maybe other leagues or artists or whatever. So I think it got postponed, but I will say that it's great to see, that they're still kind of doing their thing, despite, the little hurdles and bumps that they've had in the road.
Right.
So definitely shout out to them for that. And I always say, I love to see, the women who aren't necessarily, being mentioned in top fives all the time, getting their due and people seeing, the work that they put in and things like that. And what I hope for, not for nothing. And I think that this is something that people, I don't want to come off as preachy, but I think a lot of times, as they say, you only get like one time for a first impression. And I think sometimes people, for whatever reasons, can't let certain things go, which is unfortunate. But I hope that Sea Bree gets to a point one day where whatever happened in the past, people leave it there and just give her just due,
Exactly. I'm with you on that. I agree. Let it go.
Right.
New person, new artist, new year. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Right. And that's not like, a stab, being shady, being anything. I think sometimes people just, and not even just her, but just in general, I think sometimes even with this back and forth between these two women, not for nothing, I think sometimes we live in the now, but we never think about tomorrow and how your actions today can, affect tomorrow. In many ways, like people have said, you can plan on fighting somebody. You didn't plan on that person hitting their head on the concrete. Now it's an attempted murder. and I know I'm going off on a deep end, but just these things, people are into branding and businesses and things like that. You got a business or something like that, I don't want to put my money into something that you have going on when I can go back and look at, your past actions on YouTube and things like that. I just think sometimes people, let's everybody's always the bag. Just remember that we have to do certain things to get that bag. And certain things can affect that bag. And as they say, a lot of them, you have brands, and you're making more money now in a lot of places than what you were in the past. But yeah, that's just my, soapbox.
It's a pleasure. Love what y'all do.
Not a problem, yo. Thank you for always supporting. I appreciate what you do as well. I always say, you don't get the credit that you do that you deserve, but you're always everywhere. It never fails. If people don't give you your props, I will give you your props because it takes a lot to do what you do, and I thoroughly do respect it.
Appreciate you, brother. Definitely.
Not a problem, light skin. Have a good one.
All right, now.
Yo, I had a whole backdrop, and I'm emailing myself constantly, and none of it is going through. I thought it went through over an hour ago. None of my emails are going through. And watch the minute that the show is over, bling, bling, bling. Watch, I get like 50 different alerts, and it doesn't even matter at that point. James Mayfield Jr. Fact, Sea Bree is talented for sure. Let the past be that. Move forward and be great. I appreciate that, Nomad. Salute. Yeah, it really is unfortunate for whatever reasons. I've always heard really good things about Sea Bree. I've heard really good things about her. But I think a lot of times people, they unfortunately they think of that for whatever reasons. And hopefully, it's been a complete 180, and people can, everybody has a past, everybody has a history, just moving forward. So hopefully, she, the sky's the limit. So the people in the chat as well, if you are watching it, go ahead and more so hit the like. The question of the day that I actually did have that is not coming up. It is in regards to the Yoshi and Farrah back and forth that's going on. Is it too big to the point where they're actually honestly going to have to battle because it's just too big to not battle? Is it going too far where it's just like, you know what? I was interested, I'm no longer interested. Or if I considered being interested, I'm no longer interested. I'm not beat for it because of what it's going to lead to. Is it too much where it's like, we're interested, but ladies, calm down. You don't have to do all that. Less is more. Or is it just right? And it's, good for the sport. So 516-234-0484. Once again, 516-234-0484. I want to hear you on the phone, but I also, would like for you to be in a chat as well, and y'all can let me know how y'all feel. And I want to hear some voices that I usually don't hear. I love the voices that I know, but I also want to hear some voices that I don't hear. Or if you were a voice that called once, go ahead and call twice. But I want to hear give me some new blood, new voices. James Mayfield Jr. I don't think it's going to result in a battle that's going to be finished if we even get to the battle, unfortunately. Gotcha. Okay. And here's the thing. One thing I want to do too, from this point on, I actually said, I don't want to necessarily, because I think one thing with the women is, unfortunately, there is a double standard in some ways, and I do think that one bad apple will spoil the bunch. So you will have people you'll have a fight between like two women, and for whatever reasons, or even four women, for whatever reasons, they feel like all of the females are fighting, or it could lead to a fight. And you have a whole bunch of them. Their name is never in any mix up, no drama, no nothing. They come, they rap, they get their check, they're gone. And they don't get the just due. I think that for whatever reasons, that has to be like, applauded as well. Because like I said, one bad apple should not spoil the bunch. So I know on this show before, I've actually made statements where I've said, with the women, It is a double standard where they will have to work harder than the men. It is what it is. I don't agree with it, but it is what it is. But I'm firmly not going to judge the whole sport based on, a few bad incidents that have occurred. I'm just not going to do that. Yeah. Yeah, want me to repeat the question again? It won't be a good. Yeah. Gotcha. Working 548. That's right. Tell them hit the like button. Derek Blanksingame. The Bardashians are mid. I'm just saying mid tier, nothing special. That's James Mayfield Jr. That's accurate. They give the ladies a hard time, and they don't do anything different than the males do. You know what I think plays a part sometimes with that. So you can have, because you have this many women that rap, and you have this many men that rap. Although you have this many men, all of those names, you know what I'm saying, we don't know, but we're really familiar, or it's easier to become familiar with this amount of women. Chances are one person is definitely going to have a name, possibly, a bigger name than the other person. But nonetheless, I think what it is if Papa Dukes and Joe Mike have a fight, we don't know who they are. You know what I'm saying? But if it's two ladies, I don't even want to say any names, that's going to ring. I think that's why in some ways, although although there are more male battles as opposed to females battlers, I do think the popularity of the women, I think, boosted up a little bit. Yeah, I don't know where I'm going. I'm going somewhere with it, but yeah. Got a sodium headache. I had a whole lot of been eating Thai food like every day for lunch. My head is like throbbing. No offense to anybody with Thai cuisine, because I do like it, but just a lot of sodium from takeout. Leader boss, emotions and logic. I got that, but explain that for me, Lee. And you can call in to explain, or you can clickety-clack. I appreciate both. If anybody does want to call in, my apologies for not being on the screen. 516-234-0484. I wish I could show you. I had a whole spot on B. And okay, so I'm gonna tell you what I had, in the background. It was just an image of Farrah, and there was an image of Yoshi, and then I had an image of Tay Rock and Danny Myers. And the reason why I had the Tay Rock and Danny Myers image is because I had somebody say, that it's unfortunate that the men are able to get to that point where it's, you know what I'm saying, like possibly gonna lead there. They understand what the bigger picture is, and that is to make that money to provide and feed or get high, whatever it may be. So therefore they put that to the side, they make their money, and then after the battle, they can chop it up. They can bug, they can giggle, they can do whatever. And they felt like being as though women are programmed a certain way, they won't be able to do that. Nah, I'm not going to say that. But, some do feel that way. So I actually had those images up because I wish it was. I'm not going to say that it's not. Once again, I'm going back into that, repeating that pattern. I want to get away from that. But in the past, it did seem like with the women, you were not able to, the chances of them, beefing, battling, and then chilling and bugging or whatever after that, some people kind of felt like it was more so slim. It wasn't an immediate thing. Hey, Miss New York. Yo, I couldn't make it. I explained to, shout out to you, and I hope the Verbal Warzone event was successful. Yeah, I ended up going out to eat with a few people on Friday. I took my mask off. Me personally, it's not something that I really do. So I was kind of, I guess, feeling myself in some ways. I was just like, yo, I shouldn't have did this shit. You know what I'm saying? So I was just fearful of anything else after that. But, I'll definitely be at, events in the near future. I said I might be taking a month of January off from battles. Maybe February, we'll see. But nonetheless, yeah. I hate that my background. Leader boss, women are emotional, men are logical, so men have more control. Whoa, leader boss. Leader boss, you feel like men, I think there's some emotional men out there as well. I'm assuming that you're not stating, I feel like the leads missed a chance to control the madness. You can call in. Once again, everybody, you can call in and state that as well. 516-234-0484. Once again, 516-234-0484. Gotcha. I hear you. And once again, Yoshi and Farrah, too big in terms of promo, where it's like, yo, it has to happen. You know, it's y'all been going back and forth. We have to see this battle. Too far. You went too far. It's no longer about a battle. Y'all want to take it out of the boxing ring with bars and the boxing ring on, you know what I'm saying? Like, as opposed to bars, you beat. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Where too far or too much, where it's like we could still see the battle, but calm down with some of the promo. You know what I'm saying? Because you want to save some of that for the battle. Or what was my last one? It all fits. It's part of the sport. It's part of the game. What they're doing, it's fair. It's just a part of it. So too big. It's too far. It's too much. It all fits. See that little Beyonce right there? It's too big. It's too far. It's much. It all fits. So 516-234-0484. Gotcha. Take your time. Be safe. Leader boss. What up, Mike Bisney? Men are emotional, but in general, men think a little before women react. Okay, men think a little before. Women react. Okay, okay, this is where my 5th grade education comes in. Come on, Miss Espinoza. That was my 5th grade teacher. Men are emotional, but in general, men think a little more before women. Women react too fast and they end up fighting. Gotcha. Okay, gotcha. James Mayfield Jr. Me personally, I don't think that a debate or argument or disagreement amongst battlers should always result in a battle. Gotcha. Miss New York, see, the men play emotional to sell tickets. This is gender bias. Okay. Gotcha. The men play emotional to sell tickets. I like that. Let me get some more of these comments. And once again, y'all, hit me in the chat, but my fault that it's not on the screen. 516-234-0484. Yo, I can't get over that, my fucking back. Yo, I took like 10 minutes to come up with this background. Like, I'm tempted to walk in front of the camera just so that y'all can see. And it's nothing special, but like, yo, 10 minutes of my time, I ain't gonna never get back. And it's like, none of my shits are going through. I'm getting other emails, but that specific file is just not going through. And it's not even like a large file. Like, I'm getting coupons from like Groupon and fucking Nike and shit. But yeah, that's not going through. At least you remember her, your 5th grade teacher. Yeah, man. Yo, kindergarten, Miss Bird. 1st grade, Miss Woolfolk. 2nd grade, Miss Kelly. 3rd grade, Miss Dixon and Miss Mola. 2 different schools. 4th grade, Miss Brown. She had us put on a nice little performance. We did a lot of different songs. We did, the girls did Isn't She Lovely by Stevie Wonder. They like modeled. Now that was before my time, but you know what I'm saying? Just in terms of like, she was an older teacher. So, you know, that was her era, the 70s and whatnot. What else? Nina Simone. We did Young, Gifted, and Black. Sammy Davis Jr., Gotta Be Me. You Don't Have to Be a Star, Marilyn McCool, and I forget the guy's name, Christ. But I think they used to be in 5th Dimension. But yeah, so nonetheless, that was 4th grade. 5th grade, Miss Espinoza. 6th grade, I don't remember, but I went to school in North Carolina. And up here, Miss Jones, Miss Late, Miss Ranieri. Yo, my memory works when it wants to. Gotcha. All right, caller, what's your name? Where you from?
Miss New York. I'm from New York. Represent that good River War Zone Midwest brand. Though, what's up?
Love it. How you doing?
Oh, highly favored and truly blessed. I had to get into the warranty before I called.
I hear you. I hear you. Yeah, it's supposed to do a little bit of snowing, within this region, I would say.
expect the most women to.
Right, right. So, yeah, just you know what I'm saying, based on the topic, you want me to repeat it again? Are you pretty much got it, or?
Go ahead and repeat it for me one more time to clarify.
Dig it, dig it. You had good comments in there too, but we're gonna chat on those too. But what I said was in terms of the Farrah and Yoshi back and forth that's going on, is it too big where it's like, yo, we have you two have to battle at this point because all this promo, we need a battle out of it? Is it too far where it's just like at this point, y'all have taken it somewhere else? I don't want to see the battle. I don't want it to end up like other battles in the past. Like we thought Hustle and Coffee was gonna be something big, and it didn't finish. You know what I'm saying? It almost went another way. Is it too much where it's just like y'all are doing all this promoting and all this facing off, and not really facing a virtual face off, but all this promoting, you're giving away shit that could be used in a battle, like fall back from it and, save some of that for the battle? Or is it all fits where it's like what they're doing is perfect. They're selling it and that be that. So too big, it's too big, it's too far, it's too much. It all fits.
Well, for me, I think it's a little bit of everything if I'm looking at it from a cultural fan base. I personally don't watch face-offs, and I also don't follow a whole bunch of negative build-up when it comes to battles for two reasons. Number one, I do not believe that battles have to be pushed from a negative stance for it to be valuable. The fact that the culture, the stands, the fans, everyone kind of expects it to be negative push is kind of why it is so big. So I feel like it feeds itself. When you ask me that question, like it feeds itself. Because if it wasn't such a draw of attention, then it wouldn't be a question of should it be a battle. It's about time that people just stop making battles off of negativity and really go for who's best to go against who. Like if it takes negativity to build a battle, then you understand that negativity is going to exist in it. You can't feed the monster and expect it not to grow. So maybe just moving some of those aspects away from prior battles or how to set up battles or making that the go-to for a battle to happen would be the better off. Now, for them as individuals, do I think it's too far? I mean, was Coffee and Hustle too far? Is what the guys say to each other online too far? Like, this is kind of what they build up off of. When they talk to each other in these face-offs, they talking like this. This is what for overall the consensus, I guess people want to see. That's why so many people watch it and read the Twitters and follow the IG stories. It is not usually anything, of course, you can't say, oh, I love my opponent or she's just great, but it doesn't have to go to the extent that it has been going to for years. But it's not, no one's stopping that. And I feel like the leagues kind of lose control of their artists in that context because I'm not going to say of the artist, but of the situation by allowing so much negativity to brew that's going well beyond battle rap. You feel me? So I think everybody has a responsibility to control a situation, but it's feeding the monster, is bringing the views, and that's going to push the ticket sales and all the other good stuff. Well, some other people would say business is business. It just depends on how you're looking at it.
Gotcha. I love that. Now, you said that, in some ways that, and for years, the leagues have kind of like dropped the ball. What do you think the leagues could have done, in the past or can do in the future to kind of diffuse, these situations?
It's crazy. I was talking about this on my spaces with my team from Verbal Warzone. Stop the mental aspect. Like there's only room for one female queen. Because if you look at URL, while there might be different eras of who was the face, there's multiple people that have been put in that position. You feel me? Mm-hmm. And it hasn't been just based off of wins and losses. Popularity, accessibility, fan reaction, who wants to be seen, all those things play into it. So I feel like if those same aspects were put onto female battle rap, and it's not made to be such a, a clamoring for positioning to where it has to go left all the time, it'd be better off. when you have, for instance, so if you go way back in the day, when Queen of the Ring first started and you had two of the top females that were doing it, which you all know the story, they had gotten into a fight, publicized, all that other stuff. Well, after that, you would probably think someone would be like on some HR movement to rein in the negative energy. Hey, y'all know that this is just for entertainment. Y'all know y'all not really enemies for real. Like sometimes those conversations need to happen if you're really trying to grow the brand outside of just the people that you feel are the top. Because if it's just about bringing people in to shoot them down or keep your gunners, then it's not really growth. It's more so like target practice.
Gotcha. Love it. And going back to one of your comments, as well, where you actually stated, where is it at? Where you stated that it was more so
that men pretend to be emotional to sell tickets.
Right.
Yeah, that's what I mean about like the face-offs and all the pre-gaming on the Twitters and the IGs and the stories and stuff like that, because these men behind the scenes, excuse me, as y'all know, have things like called the brotherhood and, all the other different stuff that they have. That's real camaraderie. So it's like, regardless of what they put on, and I'm not trying to mess up anybody's wrestling fantasy here, but clearly if these people are taking trips together and going to each other's weddings, building different brands together, getting links together for outside sources from battle rap, which means entertainment, CNN, ESPN, and all these other opportunities. Do you think that these men are really beefing for real? No, they pretend to be emotional because it feeds the monster. And so after the battle, majority of the time, all these guys are going out to a casino or going out to a bar or have a club or kumbayaing at an Airbnb somewhere doing, skits or rapping or something. Like, it's not the same. That energy is created over there by the men behind the scenes. I feel like behind the scenes work can also be done for the females.
Gotcha.
I'm not saying that people are going to be best friends or nothing like that, but the energy has to be positive if it's going to grow.
Right. Understandable. So you don't think it has anything to do with the genetic makeup where it's just like one is more sensitive than the other. So, it can't happen.
I mean, I have 10 brothers, so I know men are sensitive and I know that men are emotional, like when it comes to like, in real life. But when you're talking about these guys who want to be seen as godlike and God tier and GOAT, they understand the game completely, to where even if I'm getting this bit of emotion, I'm going to make sure I still get here and try to get all the way through it. Like I've only seen it really erupt a few times on stages when it happens between the males. But I've also seen more fights with the females, like after events and things of that nature, which that makes it no better. So I don't think it's so much about who lacks emotional control. I think in some situations, some triggers be too sensitive. Like, I don't know what everybody else will feel like, but some things are off topic. We'll use Goods, for example. This has been the game for years. He heard a lot of bars. He took a lot of things people said to him until Jim said something about his daughter. You understand what I'm saying? So everybody has a limit. So it's Good, would you consider Good this emotional being? Nah, but he reacted, didn't he? So I just want to put people in a box as far as gender goes. I just think people got limits. And sometimes those limits be pushed, and then here we are. But that was an in-the-face situation. I would never have thought, never seen Jim say anything like that in regards to his daughter prior to the battle, going online, going in for, you know what I'm saying, over and over again about a situation. Nah, he used it as a bar, and the reaction was still what it was. So. Right. You, again, build it off of negativity. Negativity will somehow be there with you.
Gotcha. I hear you. The funny thing is, too, I always say, not for nothing, and I'm just going to bring up, too, I remember when 40 and Couture battled, neither one did a lot of press prior to the battle. Two huge names, didn't shit on each other. I don't think the battle has reached 1 mil yet. I think it's more so on its way. But I only say that to say, they didn't even settle. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes I feel like and maybe it's because of their stature and who they are, but I just say that the trash talking isn't always, you know what I'm saying, necessary to sell a battle. Not always, because, as you stated, and I get it, the emotional thing, because we've seen people always, they about to, you know what I'm saying, but we know it's not going to lead to that. But they're smart, they're wise. So I like that they get emotional and to sell tickets. this is why I love your insight. And I'm not just saying that like on some kiss your ass shit, but whether I like it or agree with it, or I thoroughly respect that you are a woman that can provide your opinion. You are rare. I love it.
I just appreciate being able to still get this little bit of voice out there every once in a while, because I feel like, you know, for a lot of reasons, things are the way that they are, and I understand it, but it doesn't mean that it has to stay that way because it's what is normalized. You know what I mean? I feel like, like you said, even there's different ways you can promote. Everything doesn't have to be negative. If you're really talking about two, like you said, 40 and Couture at the time, that could have been just straight promoted as like something positive, like who's going to take the throne. It doesn't have to be negative, or that you can really put them both on a pedestal and have them, you know what I'm saying, have them going at it that way. It doesn't have to be from underneath. It can be straight eye to eye. It can be strong and wrong. You know what I'm saying? Strong and wrong at the same time. It's battle rap.
Right. Do you feel, and I want to ask you, coming from the woman's perspective, do you feel, well, I feel when it comes to the women that there's always, you know, and they're going to say I'm a punk for it, but the women always have to go hard to sell their fight. Like, even if they have names, it's like, sell it, sell it, sell it. Do you feel like the women have to sell a fight more than the men to keep up? Or do you just feel like it's like a misogynistic thing?
I do feel there's a bit of misogyny in there. I'm gonna tell you why. There's been several times you watched a face-off, and while you may have been entertained, it didn't solidify what was going to happen in that battle. With that being said, let me see, because I don't want to go the wrong way. I guess it might be. I feel like the way that the culture is, there's some things that, yes, we can all do without, but it's already a part of it, right? So it's either you change the content that goes out while everything else is going out, while all the regular content is going out, and you try to push something different. But it's hard to change the mind of the masses. But I think consistency will kill overall. It just has to be a consensus overall that it doesn't have to be one way for it to be entertaining. It doesn't have to be one way to sell the fight. Like, people's talents have to start really coming to the forefront when it comes to these fights even being set up, because some of the matchups make no sense. Just because someone might be popular and they can sell a fight doesn't mean that the fight's going to be worth the content. You know what I'm saying? Like, we've been there before. I've seen it on my own league. We have Verbal Warzone has booked some people that we just thought would be spectacular, that would definitely like come and show us the gusto. They make great music, and you know what I'm saying? We've been there before.
Right. I hear you. As always. And stick around. You know, I just want to take another call that came in. I might say some other shit that you might want to comment on. Stick around, still be a part of the chat, still calling, all that good shit. But Miss New York, as always, it is a pleasure, and I thank you from the bottom of my heart.
Oh, the same here, NOMAD. I appreciate it as well. I'll be in the chat.
All right, cool. Thanks. Caller that called in. Yo, I hate the fact that my background ain't fucking up. What I might do, I should put it on Instagram what my background was. And you're going to look at it and be like, really? Like, you went through all that for this? But I put 5 minutes into that shit, man. Caller that ended in, looks like all even numbers. I hate doing this because I feel like I could be giving out somebody's shit. But you're 468. Ended in 468. Call back in because I wanted to hear what you wanted to say. And I just want to, I'm not addressing, but Mike Bisney, never seen anybody drink Gatorade during with a straw. So the reason why I drink through a straw, you know, I've read, you know, when you drink, you know what I'm saying, drink straight up, that it like, you know, stains your teeth and things like that. I also eat a lot of junk food. So for me, because I eat a lot of sweets and shit, I just feel like it's always a possibility for me to like get stained teeth, dirty teeth. So I just, yeah, anytime you check into the show, if I have a drink, I'm definitely gonna have a straw. Gotcha. So that's what that is. No offense taken. Wait. Let me My phone is acting up. Hold on, there we go. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from? And you can come with your shout out. Go ahead.
It's Mar Hurd calling from Seattle, Washington, man. Shout out the whole battle rap culture. Let's get it.
Gotcha. Mar Hurd, yo, I love it. All the way from Seattle. Can we get a bar exam episode with fans? You know what? I will pass that on, and I will be sure to get you an answer. I don't know if you follow the Queens of Battle Rap page, but I don't know how they would decipher how that. You know what? I'm gonna pass that on.
Yeah, that was my question. My manager's right here.
Yeah, y'all done hung up the Mark, y'all done, what happened? It was manager I don't think that was mine. Yeah, I that would be dope. That would be fire because there are a lot of fans that know a lot of shit. I'm just curious how they would go about doing that. That would be dope though. Would fans be willing to be on the show, to be displayed on TV? I feel like the crazy part is I know a lot of people who like, you know, they're fearful of being in front of the camera. They'll do a lot of shit behind the scenes. They'll do a lot of this, whatever it may be, but they don't want to be in front of the camera. But that would be dope. And I'm curious how, bro, I stepped away for a minute, but when he comes back, I'm curious how that would transition. You know what I'm saying? Come about. My fault. Yo, I had all kind of sodium and I get silent reflux. But what's the other one? Indigestion too. I've been eating real bad lately. Some of the comments. Let's go. I'm gonna stop saying. Yeah, Miss Mo, you made it. Glad to see you here. Mike Business. Same thing with breakdancing back in the day. Graffiti artists had beef as well. Sneaker YouTube is off the chain as well. Yeah, Mark, if you're able to call back in, hopefully that wasn't me. Light Skin Television, Billy Davis and Marilyn McCool. You don't have to be a star. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, man. Miss Brown, shout out to her. Just this past Monday, for whatever reasons. And that's another thing too. Like, we're going into Black History Month, people. You know what I'm saying? Let's get some unity. Sing, celebrate. Sing, celebrate. I can't. MLK birthday was just here, man. Hold up. Some people may not know that song. Some people may not know that song. Let's see. And once again, and will they travel to Vegas? Miss Mo, you in Vegas? I've been to Vegas before. Only once. That'd be dope. Once again, and even if you call on, let me ask this too. And I forgot to ask Miss New York this. You can say it in the chat. Is this a battle that you wanted to see in the first place, Yoshi and Farrah? I think what it was a, and I'm not saying this, but I guess this is what it was coming off as, a battle of the hoes. You know, like old generation hoe versus new generation hoe. You know, Heather Hunter versus Pinky. I don't know, Vanessa Del Rio versus, you know, Indy. I don't know. But to me, that's, you know, where people were going with this in some kind of way. You know, would that make for a good battle? Now don't chop me up and, you know, be like, oh, he called them hoes. He do Queens of Battle Rap show, but he calling them hoes. Earlier when Light Skin Television was cooking them crabs, he called them bitches. You know, it's going to be all kind of, you know, slanging mud. No, it's not that. But I think for a huge portion of the marketing or where this came from was, you know, it was just a battle of the hoes. And I'm not calling them hoes, but I guess that's what it was coming off as. Or liberated women. The battle of sexually liberated women. That's where people were kind of, you know what I'm saying, coming from. And I guess it was like, you know, I'm not doing anything differently than what you all were doing and are still doing. So you can't fault me, you know, for living in my truth. And I don't know. I'm not getting into all that. But nonetheless, did we want to see this battle? Yoshi and Farrah, is this a battle that we actually wanted to see? I'll say this: I'm all for mini battles. Um, would I have watched it because I do like the two of them? I am a fan of both of them. I would have watched it. Do I think that this could have been a fun and entertaining battle? In some ways, I do, because I do think that Farrah can play in a, around the stage and things like that. And I think that Yoshi has a playful spirit as well. So I think it definitely could have been a fun and entertaining battle. I'm not saying that it can't be, but all I'm stating is I just don't want it once again to get to a point where, fists are being thrown. As stated before, branding is more so everything. And I think a lot of people now are trying to create brands and lanes and promotion, whatever it may do. A lot of people have like a good entrepreneurial spirit, or they're good at so many different things. You don't want something that you have going on in the future to be, railroaded by something that occurred in your past from like Twitter or YouTube or, whatever it may be, that sort of thing. So sometimes I'm just like, let's just remember that. Let's just not live for today, but what we do today can affect what happens, tomorrow. So you might see me up here today, but, you might see me, hosting the MTV Awards tomorrow. Let's see. Yo, Mara, man, your shit went off. Seattle, what is it? It's 5:00 over there. Maybe it was traffic. Shout out though to you and your producer. What you can do, Mar, if you're able to, if you go to the Queens of Battle Rap Instagram page, you can send a DM or whatever. Now, when you send a DM, don't DM me that, send $5,000 or give me your name and I'm gonna mail you $5,000, or that Bitcoin shit, or that, create a logo and business card, or your mixtape from Nigeria. Just certain shit that I get that I really can't do too much with. But if you send a message or something like that, what I'll do is, get the information and, present it back. Maybe I'll even do like a little, I'm gonna start going live more too. I keep saying that. Maybe I should go live. I was gonna say maybe I should go live this weekend, but I wanted to do I got a new job and I got to learn this fucking system. So I need to learn that system. So I was going to play around, but maybe I'll do that. I need to go on live. Yeah. I need to go live more. Jamal Kirkland. Yeah. I don't think they're gonna fight. Right. They both got mad shit to lose. Farrah just finished school and Yoshi don't fight. So Jamal Kirkland, that's my thing too. Here's the thing. I don't think that they'll fight either. I think, we've seen, I'm gonna give her credit. I feel like Farrah, what I'm saying? I don't know, I don't know much about her. You keep your eye on the prize, I honestly don't know much about her. I think she's an Aries. She's from the Bronx. That's pretty much about it. And I know the government, but nonetheless, I don't see her as one when and things may have happened, but I don't see her going that way. And I'm not saying that she won't. I would hope she's not going to go that way. As you stated, she just graduated from school. You know what I'm saying? So my thing, we're going into what I kind of said earlier. If, the goal is to be like or I think she's going to be like a mortician or something along dealing with the dead, and I respect it, Farrah, funeral. But you just never, like, I don't know anybody we're all going to die, but you just never know who may want to use her for their services just based off of her name alone. And based off of work that she's done. And hell, some people might want to use her because, they know she might pop a bitch. I'm trying not to curse. But nonetheless, what I'm stating is in the long run of things, you don't want it to be where what's happening now can affect your brand, your business, and the potential, amount of income that you can actually earn. I think it's one of those things now where it's definitely, footage is everywhere. People are constantly watching. Now, I don't want to say this shit and then it comes out, like 2 years later that, I found out I was like a mass murderer with bodies in my trunk and I'm spitting all this. But nonetheless, you just got to be a little bit more cautious and promoting your business and your brand. There's so much money and potential out there for you to make. Fuck this fighting shit. Get to that money. You know what I'm saying? Success is the sweetest revenge. Fighting that way. I'm at work, fam. Oh, I hear you. Oh yeah. Don't be getting on the phone. Yeah, don't get on the phone. I can't cover no bills. I told Light Skin Television we ain't got no insurance policy. You know, cook that food and you know, watch the show at the same time. Get an air fryer or put the temperature on low. Bring the device near the stove, whatever it may be. And I'm gonna say the same thing to you. You buy your boss. You know what I'm saying? You doing your thing, whatever your work may be. Focus on that because I ain't got no money to help pay. You know, for any of your finances. Nomad is broke. Nomad is just broke. Yeah. Can we get more info on Midnight Madness? So here's the thing. I don't know shit about Midnight Madness. Mark Heard. You know, you can help me out with that. But yeah, I don't know shit about Midnight Madness. I haven't tuned into the Twitter Spaces. Honestly, I've gone to Twitter. I've seen people up there in the morning. I've come out. I've gone to Twitter at night just to peek. I see maybe some of the same people. Okay. A couple hours later, about 2 a.m, you know, I might be at work, look up there. I don't have I can't do it. I don't know. I'm not set up like that. So I couldn't really tell you too much regarding it. Sorry. Sweater make me look down on that. So come on, what other questions we have, Miss Mo? Midnight Madness. I don't know, Miss Mo. I know if you go to Twitter and someone said you should know, but you know, I don't. It's something on Twitter, some kind of scrimmaging. Don't get me the line. But you can definitely check it out if you go to some of your favorite artists' Twitter accounts. They may actually have like, you know, I don't know, just a bunch of artists on fucking Twitter. That's gonna have some event that's gonna happen. And I'm not saying it like I don't fuck with it. I'm just saying it like I don't know. And people would say, well, you're a part of this, you should know things, but you know, I also got to pay my own bills, and you know, I have a 9 to 5 to maintain. So my leisure time isn't necessarily spent, you know, listening to this one go off on this one, and you know, I'm not gonna say being on the groupie shit, but you know, I just got things to do. So it's some kind of battle rap event, scrimmage. I don't know. Your local Twitter, go to somebody's Twitter account, one of the artists, and they'll be able to inform you. Sorry, Miss Mo, that's all I got. Mara, that's all I got too. Maybe next time we'll look into doing a show on that. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not gonna guarantee it, but it's just maybe a possibility. Yeah. So once again, and you know, apologies that the background isn't up. I'll go into the topic once again, and if there's something else that anybody else wants to talk about, feel free to talk about that as well. Miss Mo, do Remy Ma really have a league? So to my knowledge, she does have Chrome 23. The way that they are doing it, or she's doing it, is they're not really saying too much, I'm assuming, prior to the event happening. Some people don't like that. I think, if I'm not mistaken, it's supposed to happen sometime in February. I was told February 12th, Lincoln's birthday. Don't quote me. It's around the time that Whitney Houston had passed too. I think Whitney Houston is on like the 11th, because I think Brandy is also on the 12th. Nonetheless. But to my knowledge, there is an event still happening. I don't know how many battles. I feel like we're getting very, very little, and I'm not mad at that. Some people are. I'm not mad at getting a little. In some ways, it's kind of like the element of surprise, you know, just waiting to see what happens. I do hope, if it is a successful event, that it leads to more. I do hope that we get to see other girls as well. I do hope that we get some clean, unpolished, or no, clean, polished rounds. I do hope we don't get, you know, the choking. Sometimes it's like, if you're going to come and choke, stay the fuck off of the lives. Stay the fuck off of being online. And people can say, who the fuck are you? But don't be online and on live, you know, constantly, you know, talking shit and doing all this and that. And you get on stage and you choke. Spend some of that time going over your shit over and over and over and over. And don't get me wrong, I'm not an artist, so yeah, I don't know what you're going through, but like, put more time into practicing. You know what I'm saying? But nonetheless, so to my knowledge, there is an event, there is a league. We just don't know. We don't know too much yet, and I don't know when we'll know. I do think, because it is something new, because there is a name attached to it, there may be Maybe it's one of those things where it's like, I don't want you all to know yet because maybe I want to get some other people, another audience also introduced to this. So I don't want to release it to the masses right now where many battle rap fans that are already within this, they're going to buy up all the tickets. No, I want to reduce it so that everybody gets, you know what I'm saying, to benefit from it, if that's making any sense. If it's not making any sense to you, stop me. And this is just what I'm going on. You know, I don't know Reminisce at all. But this is just what I'm assuming as to why they are doing this. I'm not dumb. Are you dumb? Not dumb, but this is just what I'm assuming is going to take place. And it's different because we know what's going on. You know, especially regarding the battles about a month in advance. You know who's battling, you know where it's going to be, you know this, you know that. We know much of nothing. Why is this? All right, let's see. Speak on RBE. All right. My fault. Minnesota, hashtag Minnesota Dan. Let's talk about how Charisma 3-0'd Miss Ill. Did she really, Minnesota Dan? Or are you just saying that? Minnesota Dan, you really fuck with Charisma. I like Charisma too. I like Miss Ill too, but I feel like you're definitely team Charisma. And there's nothing wrong with that. I didn't get to see I didn't get to see it because I really more so wanted to. But once it's released, I'm definitely going to watch it because I want to see how it goes. Light Skin Television. Speak on RBE and 40 Cal League. WRGB coming together for battles. Bonnie versus Passport is up first Monday night. I did see that Passport is actually, I don't want to say coming back. Passport battled somebody not too long ago. I remember Torture was with her. Who the fuck did she battle? Tell me, Light Skin, or anybody out there, where somebody did something and she felt offended, or I can't think of who she battled. But she battled somebody. It wasn't Matrix. I can't remember. But that was the last time I saw her battle. 40 Bars is supposed to be battling as well. I believe Queen Vixen. Bonnie Godiva versus Pash Porter's Fire. Okay. Yeah, Bonnie Godiva and Pat. Okay. Or you're asking a question, but yeah, they're battling Fire. Glad you said that. I think some people are not really giving it its just due. I'm interested in seeing it. You know, a little Yonkers, Mount Vernon going on. Like Miss Petty versus Logie. Face Off yesterday was hilarious. I can only imagine. Minnesota Dan, 40 Bars is supposed to be battling Queen Vixen. I don't know who she's battling on her Chrome debut, or for her Chrome debut, but for the RBE event, she is, I believe, battling Queen Vixen. Leader Boss, Midnight Madness is like a street battle. They bet on battles. Surf, Jack Boy, and Bill Collector pretty much started it. In quote, Danny Myers versus Rock was the first battle, but it starts January 28th. So it's teams versus teams. Leader Boss, I thank you for that. Nothing wrong with a little bit of fact checking. Yeah, is that what that is? Minnesota Dan, a little my dad looks yeah, Matrix. Okay, gotcha. So that was 20 months ago. Okay, a minute ago. I feel like that was the last time I saw Pash Porter. So her and Bonnie battling wouldn't be bad. Yo, not for nothing, I'm surprised Pash Porter hasn't looked into Verbal War Zone, because Pash Porter does music as well. And she's got a nice ass flow. But this one will be an acapella battle. But yes, that is a battle that's set to take place. And if y'all have questions for me or questions for the people, feel free to ask them as well. Wake up, everybody. I'm trying to think if I have a question for y'all. You know what? I got a question. Off battle rap for a second. We'll get back on it. The other day, I spoke to a person, right? And I think I was listening to a song. I was listening to a song by Quincy Jones called Tomorrow. And Tevin Campbell, was like the leading voice on it. It was a lot of little kids in the video. Like Judy from Family Matters. She was in the video and shit. You know, it was one of those like good kiddie songs or whatever. You know, one of those songs where kids would sing about, like, for graduations, from like grammar school graduations, 8th grade, they would sing like that. Whitney Houston, The Greatest Love of All, I believe, shit like that. R. Kelly had I Believe I Can Fly, and some kids sang it for school. The question was, do they still make songs like that that children can sing for like graduation, for schools and things like that. I don't know if they do. I don't think they do. But y'all let me know. If so, who and what song it is. I feel like this laptop is about to motherfucking die. Yo, it's not my day with technology, man. I'll do this. But that's off bad. We can back onto battle rap, but every now and then I just like to, you know. Hey, oh shit. Wicked548 said no. Yeah, if y'all are watching, go ahead and please hit the thumbs up, the like videos. And I'm gonna start promoting more too. Yeah, I promise you. I said my weekends, I gotta iron like 10 outfits for work. For like both jobs. So it's just a lot going on. But I definitely have to start. I gotta start. I'm don't speak about it, B. I'm just shut the fuck up. Cause stop speaking about it. You gotta be about it. But yeah, I feel like they don't have any of those songs anymore. Any songs for like, you know, the youth. I don't have any children yet that I know of. But nonetheless, I feel like there are no songs nowadays that, you know, the kids would sing at graduations and whatnot. My friend's son graduated from high school some years ago, and they wanted him to learn it's a song by Beyonce. I think it's called I Was Here. I just know it was like, I was here. I live. I love. I was here. You know, I can keep going, but I get a little bit of that. But nonetheless, I was like, for graduation, like I would never put that, you know. Granted, I like the song and I'm a little familiar with the song. I don't know what it's about because I haven't listened to it. You know, I like the song, but I don't know what it's about. You know, you can sing a song and not know what it's about. But nonetheless, you know, that's what that is. But I was like, yo, there really are no songs that they make for the youth, you know what I'm saying, these days. One of my friends was like, oh, what about the shit that Jaheim had, you know, Fabulous. And I was like, you know, the chorus, you know, jeans sag low, blow smoke out the Duchess. You don't necessarily want to sing that, you know, have the youth sing that. But there are no songs. Wicked548, yeah, all of these artists have kids, right? I'm surprised nobody has made like some kind of a, you know, you're gonna do better. And there may be something, I just can't think of what it is. But I don't know what they sing for graduations these days. This is good because even if this goes out, I still have it on my phone. I got an echo. You know why? Is it a bad echo? Let me know. Is it still an echo or no? I feel like this is not plugged. They do remakes like Nene for kids or anything common with kid-friendly lyrics. What's Nene for kids? Well, watch me with. I don't know what that is. Watch me, Nene. Yeah. Is it still an echo? Yeah. Is it still an echo? Is it a bad echo? Is it a bad echo? Yeah, well, he did. Silento. Huge song, man. Okay, Jason A. Durant Sr. I think the last song I heard that was kid friendly enough was Alicia Keys' "Girl on Fire." Gotcha. You wanna know what's so funny? I don't even like that song. But possibly, yeah, I could see that. I remember I said Alicia Keys. I was like Superwoman, but I was like I don't remember the lyrics, and I don't think that the chorus might be okay, but I don't think the lyrics are enough for that's graduation going on to something. I don't think that it's enough for that, if that's making any sense. Is it bad? Is okay. Let me see something. Is it bad? Is okay. Is it still feedback? Like, Not Janet Jackson. Feedback. Light skin. Skin my age. Is it still feedback? Like not Janet Jackson. Feedback. Light skin. 313 Saudi Spills. End of the road. Back in the day. Boys to Men. 313 Saudi Spills. End of the road. Back in the day. Boys to Men. I know they sing it at the end of like a different world, but I could see that some way. Katy Perry Raw. Katy Perry. There's some part where she does that. My son is 10, but they do songs like Frozen. Yeah, Let It Go. Okay. Wicked 548. The kids are still singing "I Believe I Can Fly." Not for nothing. I'm in some ways I'm surprised that they are singing it, and in some ways I guess I'm not. It goes into, do you blame the man, or do you love the music and hate the man, or do you vice versa? I didn't know that they still were, but I don't know where this laptop cord is, and I don't. Oh shit! I see it. Give me 1 second, then I'll stop my feedback. What other questions y'all got for me? Another one that came up. Well, I ain't even got to go down. I don't want to steal that one. What other questions y'all got for me? Another one that came up. All right, you can go ahead and send it. You may not give feedback for a minute. I just got to power this up. There we go. Damn, I got a headache. So before we get out of here, I didn't know that was up there. Once again, Yoshi and Farrah, here for it, not here for it. My background once again didn't come up. But Yoshi and Farrah, too big. You have to battle at this point because it's too big of a battle to not happen. There's so much promotion going on. We have to see it. Too far. It's going too far. We scared that it's gonna get to gangster. Don't touch me. Don't nobody touch me. We scared that it's gonna go to that part. Too much, where it's like save some of that for the battle. Right now it's a whole lot of promo going on and y'all are just spilling all the good shit that we could hear in the battle. You're ruining the element of surprise. Or it all fits. It's part of the sport. It's selling the tickets. They're going to make money. They're going to put on a good show. So be it. Is it too big? Too far? Too much? It all fits. There you go. Gotcha. Wicked 548 says not yet. Okay, gotcha. Not yet. Don't want to see it yet. I hear you. All right. David Campbell says Farrah is trolling. Gotcha. Understandable. And break that down a little bit for me, David Campbell. I'm not stupid, a little bit, but break that down what you mean by she's trolling. Jason A. Durant Sr., Farrah is not going to be prepared. Not for nothing. With Farrah, what I will give her, that's probably one of the only critiques that people will lately that they've given Farrah is, it might be like a little bit of a, but she gets it back. Farrah really doesn't choke, but it might just be like a little bit of a stumble, that may happen. But, possibly see that. Anything can happen. Wicked Farrah says she wanted to fight now, so not now. Farrah says she wanted to fight, so not now. Okay, gotcha. Maybe somewhere in the near future. Maybe they can put in there no fight. We'll see. Jason A. Durant Sr. Fighting and arguing, ruining female battles. So Jason, and I get that. That was one of the questions or one of the things we spoke on earlier, where it comes to a lot of times with the women, it's like sell the event, sell the event, sell the event. So he says fighting is ruining female battles. But then there are some where there is no fighting, there is no arguing, and we still get good battles. That should be my next question. Why does one bad apple have to spoil the bunch? But I hear you, Jason, and I respect what you're saying. Leader Boss says, Yoshi, but if it happens, I like battle rap, but can do without a Yoshi battle. Oh, you don't like Yoshi? Gotcha. Why don't you get to know me? Why don't you like Yoshi? David Campbell, she don't really want to battle Yoshi. She's too busy. Okay, gotcha. Okay. Other things going on, being a fiance, should be in a, I graduated school, honeymoon phase. Light skin television. That's another one. Thank you, brother. Cheddar versus My Verse is booked in Cleveland. Somebody actually sent me something the other day where they felt like My Verse was wilding by putting in a contract. I guess something along the lines of telling Cheddar not to touch or anything like that. But somebody was like, Cheddar doesn't really touch her opponent, so why would that need to happen? Nonetheless, it is a battle that I'm looking forward to. I think that event, is that the event? There's an event coming up, I think in Cleveland, where it's 6 battles, and I think 4 of them are women on the cards. It was somebody's flyer where it was 2 men and it was 4 women, and I was like, yo, shout out to them. I don't think I have it on my, and if I do have it on my phone, I can't pull shit up. Fucking phone. Nunchi Chinks is in the Crucible. Gotcha. Jason A. Durant Sr. I think a lot of female battlers focus too much on personal stuff and not the rapping part. Gotcha. Okay, so you don't want to hear, about, how many men, she done fucked, or, cats she done ate, or you don't want to hear, you just want to hear straight material. You don't want to hear the embarrassing shit, her personal struggles. You just want straight bars. You don't need all the personal shit. Light Skin Television, Beatrice won over Diesel. Gotcha. Shout out to 2 of those melanated sisters as well. I'm gonna shout out Beatrice more than Diesel because Diesel ain't do my show yet. She took a nap. But I'm gonna shout out to Beatrice because Beatrice has always shown love. So shout out to my chocolate sister over there on Dark Skin Television, Light Skin. We dark skin over there. I'm just playing. But yeah, nonetheless, shout out to her. I'm not frozen on y'all end, am I? This image over here looks frozen. I don't know. If I go live, would y'all? If I go live, what the fuck am I gonna? I'm playing something. Maybe I should go live with. You know what I should do? Maybe I'll do something where. I think I have an idea. Get some opinionated people. Yeah, okay. Yoshi is a troll. WR513. Shaking my head. Here's the thing. To be honest with you, I don't. I'm not as subscribed to a lot of the stuff that goes on within the culture. I'll hear about it. I'll see it. I just, I not so much that I try not to give my personal opinion. I also try not to let it suck me in. And it's one of those, soak me good, dun, 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 wipe me down. She's saying soak. But nonetheless, that's that ADD kicking in. But nonetheless, for me, I try not to get into too much of it, only because I feel like, there are other things that I need to be focused on and working on. So, I'm not taking a stab at anybody else that can dedicate their time to it. But I got a short attention span. So I've really got to, stay focused on a lot of shit. But nonetheless, I said it to say, I know that they show clips, I think, where she was like crying and people are saying and in some ways, the woman is, I don't think she's as dumb as people are making her out to be. I do think in some ways that she is a very intelligent and smart woman. She keeps people talking about her, whether you're liking it or not. Not for nothing, people can say the whole, I don't know the story with her and her ghostwriting allegations. I don't know about all that. She's not the first one with the ghostwriter. She's not going to be the last one. Yeah, I love for people to write their own shit, but she ain't the first and she ain't the last. AR-16 and DNA Tooth were live at the same time. The claims are not valid. Yeah, I've been seeing a lot with that as well. Yes, Geechee is a 3-time champion. That is beautiful. I did see that. And are we surprised? If not him, then who better, to do the job? It's well deserved. Can't deny that he has something. Definitely got hip hop on the West Coast or battle rap on the West Coast. But shout out to him, and not trying to make it no East and West shit, but I do kind of think it's dope sometimes. Like I said, when people from other areas, show that they can spit too, and it's not necessarily where you're from, it's where you at. And as always, let me end it on this for y'all. I'm gonna spit it into the atmosphere. Give me some battles that we want to see going forward. You have to DM Remy Ma and explain why you deserve to be in attendance. If you're accepted as a fan or media, you will be made comfortably accommodated the night before the Super Bowl in New York City. Is that what has been said? Light skin, is that what has been said? Yo, I could perform. I'm banging on the table and yo, Remy, I know a whole lot of your shit, yo. If that's what's necessary. I know a whole lot of your songs. I can't quote anything from Plata Plomo. I don't know too much of that. Anything after the time served, I don't know too much of. But all your shit prior, we can get that shit popping. She said that verbatim. You have to DM Remy Ma and explain why you deserve to be in it. Yo, hey, yo, Rem. Let me see if I can rap. Let me see if I could. Let me see if I could put on a Remy song. This gonna be my audition tape. Let me see. Yo, I'm gonna put on some shit I ain't gonna know. Nervous, man. Yo, Rem, I know a lot of your shit, man. I don't know. Nonetheless, I know a lot of Rem shit, man. Damn, you got to do all that. You got to damn. Thank you for that, Light Skin Television. You have to DM her. Yeah, a lot of people do have mental issues. Well, mental health is a motherfucker. There's a lot of people in battle rap that have like spoken on their confirmed diagnosis. So I don't want to just say that. I think that's a whole nother show. Danny Myers for champion of the year, but Geechee Gotti deserve it. But Danny Myers' record is still good. I hear you. Got a card. King versus Queen. Flames versus K Chaos. Rs versus Couture, Misfit versus Hollow, Av versus Official, JC versus Jazz, Ill Will versus Shane Ashley, C3 versus Geechee Gotti, Rum Nitty versus KCJ would be fire. Yo, man, Rem, like, give me that Rem Fight Club shit. See, most niggas call it girls when they want to give them dick. My shorties call me when they want to get a break. See, even when I'm not spitting, I'm still in the even when I'm not spitting, I'm still in the kitchen with that Pyrex vision. And the way I chef up, make you hang your connect up. See, I guaranteed to bring back extra. Take $130 a white and make 200. God, I'ma fuck up. Nonetheless, yo, I'm about to put in my Rim audition to be at Chrome 23. Why, Rim, why would you not have me? Why would you not have me? Fuck, man. I can really spit Rim verbatim, but I'm a little on the nervous side. Even if I'm not there on some whatever, I definitely would want to be there on some fan shit. Like I said, January is like an so we have to see about February. I do, yeah, but I have a question that somebody did ask earlier for you. They said, would you do a...
What I do is probably a no, but go ahead.
Bar exam show for fans.
We have, and nobody watches them.
So there you go. He has a few of them, of bar exam shows for fans, but nobody watches them.
All the comments are, smack, who are these niggas?
Gotcha. So it's been done.
3 times.
It's been done 3 times, but nobody watches them.
Facts. Nobody gives a fuck.
Gotcha. Leader boss. King Flames versus Kid Chaos. Arts versus Couture. Misfit versus Hollow. Av versus Official. Jay-Z versus Jazz. Ilwood versus Shayna. C3 versus Gotti. Nitty versus Casey. Where's the Jason A. Durant Sr.? Where's the bar exam show with females only, female battlers? I know you had like a Shuni, Farrah, and Jay Smooth.
And Ash Cash. We had Jay Smooth and Hustle, but Prep was on that one. And we had Jazz,
QB,
and somebody else. So yeah,
so he's had them.
Fuckers can't call me biased or sexist. I tried everything with the bar exam. I was even on the bar exam. Shit, right? I gave you everything I had. And still they want more. Nah, this year we're going to have some shit, though. You're going to be on one.
I'm not that good, but not that good. I lose. But yeah, so nonetheless, yeah, Mar, if you are able to tune in, that answered your question. Damn, light skin, you got me fucked up over that bullshit. Like, you gotta really audition. Oh, back to your card, lead boss. That's actually not a card that I'm mad at. Somebody posted a card on Twitter. I gotta find that card. I don't want to be disrespectful, but I thought it was one of the wackest cards. I can't remember who was up there, but it was just trash. Light Skin Television, Shayna and Prestavia going back and forth on Spaces. Yo, I've heard the back and forth between them, and I was kind of like, yo, some of these new. I'm not mad. Like Prestavia, I wasn't mad at the shit I kind of like the heat that the new girls are coming with in regards to the vets. I like the smoke that they're bringing. Not mad at it at all. Appreciate it. As always, before we get out of here, I want to thank y'all for tuning in. My fault for not having my background. Look, I don't know what the fuck that shit is saying now. Roku TV and shit. Just a real tacky show today. But nonetheless, thank y'all as always for tuning in to the Queens of Battle Rap show. More to come. I may even, as stated before, start going live soon. A little bit more. Yeah. So shout out to those in the chat. Leader Boss, Light Skin Television, Jason A. Durant Sr., Wicked 548, Miss Mo, Jason A. Durant Sr., David Campbell. Who the fuck is that? Gotcha. 313 Siley Spills. Live television. Hashtag Minnesota Dan. Who else? Mar Heard. Oh, it was Mar Heard, not Mac. I said Max. Mar Heard. I hope you got your question answered, Mar Heard, in regards to fans being a part of it. Miss New York, 1. Mike Bisney. My callers today, Light Skin Television, Miss New York. Somebody else. Mar had called as well. James Mayfield Jr. RC I saw earlier, Queen of Attraction. As always, I thank all y'all for tuning in. Queens of Battle Rap Show, your host Nomad. We are out. Yo, you know my email still never fucking went through? I don't fucking know, man. That whole